Halloween comes Dia De Muertos, or Day of the Dead, a celebration in Mexican culture to honor and remember friends and family members who have passed away. Now, one of the most beautiful parts of this holiday is, of course, the makeup. And here to tell us how to accomplish that signature Dia de los Muertos look is Los Angeles makeup artist Jeanette Virgen. Good morning, Jeanette.
Good morning. How are you?
I am so I'm so excited to be part of this segment because I really just think this is such a beautiful, beautiful tradition. So tell us a little bit about the Dia de los Muertos look.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. And I want to mention that it's not Halloween. We don't do this to make it a Mexican Halloween. It's to remember and pay tribute to our ancestors. And it's a very sacred and ancestral tradition with rituals and customs that we hold very dear to our hearts.
And it's really a time for celebration, right? A lot of times we want to mourn our loved ones that have passed away, but it's really a celebration. We bring in these altars and these bright, colorful, clothing and the headpieces that we're wearing. Yes, which, by the way, this is just absolutely stunning. I don't even know how to hold my head, but it's just so beautiful. So tell me a little bit about the significance of the makeup.
Well, we pay tribute by welcoming our ancestors and painting our face. We put designs that were important to them. If they liked flowers, if they liked, to glam up on a Sunday evening, we try and pay tribute to our loved ones. And traditionally, we do the skull to remind us that we're this close to death and we shouldn't fear it. We should embrace it and remember what our ancestors, our grandparents, our abuelitas and abuelitos, what they did for us and what they continue doing in the other realm.
Absolutely. And then tell me a little bit about the design. So I see everyone has a different look. Is there an importance to the look, or is it just what the artist is feeling or what the person is wearing makeup wants to portray?
Usually it's what you want to portray or who you want to pay tribute to. So like I mentioned earlier, like my grandma loved flowers, so I tend to vibrate towards flowers and nature and elements like that. So it really comes down to who you want to pay tribute to. If they liked a specific flower, try and incorporate it either on your face or on your hair or on your clothing. So
let's talk about Desi right here. She's got a very detailed, you are clearly a professional makeup artist, so this is maybe something that we might not be able to accomplish at home, but tell me about her look.
Well, this is what I like to call a Styles by Jean original. It's, when I go all out, I try and incorporate as much as I can on the skull. I try to make it shiny and glittery and all that good stuff, but like you mentioned, it is a more detailed.
And why the skull? Why did it originally form as the skull?
Well,
and why not traditional makeup, which is what we would think?
Well, the original Catrina came about, and she was called the Calavera Garbancera, and it was illustration by Jose Guadalupe Posada, and it was to remind us that no matter how fancy your clothing is or how much money you bring home or the fancy car, at the end of the day, we're all skeletons. We're all going to the same place, and we shouldn't fear it. It's the next step. It's just another step to eternity,
the life cycle.
The life cycle, exactly.
And tell me about how your face is half painted, half not. Is that traditional also, or?
Yes, from my experience, it's the more traditional look. So you paint half of your face only to represent that, like, you're this close to death, and although you're this close, you can still be bright and colorful and enjoy it.
It's absolutely stunning. Okay, so we have Desi that has a very detailed look, and then we have Jeanette over here who has also a very beautiful look, but I feel like this might be something a little bit more attainable for the masses if we are beginning in our makeup journey. So you are actually going to be doing this and finishing it at the end of the show, correct?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about her look.
Well, for Jeanette, we're going to do a more simple look so that everyone at home can accomplish it and incorporate in their festivities if they wish to do so. So I will be finishing her up off camera and
Amazing. And you are using regular paint. Is this something that we can use at home? Do we need to use makeup, or is it face paint?
I'm working with face paint, but you can accomplish your look with your beauty makeup at home. You can find sequins in your kid's backpack somewhere. You know, we all put on eyelashes, so
Absolutely.
I think it's doable.
Amazing. Well, you both look absolutely stunning. Thank you so much. I'm so looking forward to seeing the end of the show and your finished look. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Before we go, let's check in with LA makeup artist Jeanette Virgen, who's finishing up a Dia de los Muertos signature look on one of her models. Okay, Jeanette, so other Jeanette is finally finished. What exactly did you do on her face, and how do we do this at home?
So I started off with a white base,
Okay.
and then I hollowed out her eye with the black. I added some glitter to make her glittery and sparkly. I know she is into earth tones and red tones, so I tried to incorporate that also. And one of my favorite things to make your Katrina or Catherine look sparkle is sequins. So it's very easy. I think everyone has eyelash glue at home and some arts and craft supplies that we can use to embellish our Catrinas.
And really just get creative, and it's really all about just honoring your ancestors, right?
Yes.
How did you get into this?
I actually have background in the film industry back in 2007, and then shortly after I was introduced because Day of the Dead kind of skipped a generation with me at home. So when I finally learned about it, I was like, oh, puzzle piece. You know, this is what I needed to fulfill myself.
It was your calling.
Yes.
Well, it's absolutely stunning. Thank you so much. You both are so beautiful, very detailed, a little bit more attainable for us non-professional makeup artists.